Hi everyone, it's Ellen from Classroom Unbound, and I wanted to give you guys a quick update for our homeschool room for the 2017-2018 school year. So I'll start off giving just a quick overview of what our area looks like this year, and then go through each section. So when you first enter the room from our hallway, we just have a president's poster and a place where my daughter hangs her purse. And when we come into the left, we have all of our games here. And they're not in any particular order, but most of the games that are played are more toward the bottom. But I think overall, besides the Scrabble and the regular Monopoly, these two games don't really get played, but all the other ones get played regularly. The Yummy Chess, just a real quick, this is a really fun game to learn how to play chess. It comes with a book and explains all of the chess pieces and how to move them. And it's a story, and you follow along and you play the game with the story. So that's really fun. And over here in this corner, I haven't found a place for this yet, but in the black tea box are a bunch of Ziploc bags of puzzles. And then all the rest of those are puzzles, cars, turtles, puzzles. And then a friend gave us the real world STEM challenge kits. So my kids are playing with those right now, and it has like water challenges and such. And here's our kitchen, and we usually just have breakfast here at the counter. And then we also do science experiments here too, since it's right in the kitchen, easy cleanup. Over here's where we are going to have our workbox system this year. And then I have one for each child. So Niall, Kai, and Avery. So my children are 6, 5, and 3. And I'll put their work in there, and then I have the little stickies. It'll be labeled with whatever type of work it is for the day. On top of here, it's not really too organized. This is like a junk area for me to put things away. And then hole punch and tape and such. And we made this at our community center, and it's just a little treasure box. We all made one, nothing in it right now. This is where I keep my pens, and then we've been collecting rocks over the summer. We've been like on just different walks and floats, river floats, and we've been collecting really cool rocks, and there's some pieces of cut up antler in there as well that we found, and we were ready for the solar eclipse. And this is also like a junk to put away area, and a laptop for them to do some work, and then a paper slicer, cutter, whatever that's called. And then we have our bird feeder in the window with the birds that we see most often. I don't really fill that up in the summer because the birds need to get their own food during the summer. But in the winter, we make sure to keep that nice and stocked. And it's nice when the sun comes up. The birds can't see us over here because of the reflection of the sun. So we get to see a lot of birds come and eat. And then for my daughter, ABC chart. I got this at, I think, Target. And you just put whatever the picture is, xylophone, you put it with the X. If I can do this with one hand. There. Yes. And then we have a telescope. Don't really know where to put that, so that's the home for now. And then here's our easel. We got a new easel at a yard sale. And we have our Home Depot aprons here for when we do those workshops. And down here, we have washi tape. Me and the kids use those. A lot of fun. And we have our dot markers, our Play-Doh, homemade Play-Doh, and some stamp kits, or excuse me, stamps. I keep the pads put away because my daughter likes to put her whole hand in them and then walk across the floor. So we put those away. Here we can hang up some of their artwork, and my son really likes using hieroglyphics and cuneiform, so he likes to keep that up there so he can have easy access to them. Inside here, I just keep scrap paper, watercolor paints, and some stickers for them. And then on the other side, this one has chalkboard with paper to pull down, and then tray, for whenever we do any kind of activities. Extra puzzles, our math kit for Matthew C, and counters, little, I think I got these at the dollar store. Counters when we do math, so they can either use these or use the Matthew C counters. And then these are just extra coloring books and paper here. And this area is like the main homeschool book area. I put some artwork here and here from them, and this is where I will keep their work in these folders after they've done it from their workbox system. And then these are some more just organizing things for myself. I found these at a yard sale for about $10. And every time we visit a museum, they always have like a school section or something, and they have these readers, and they the people at the museum always say like, oh, these were what they used a long time ago, and my kids can say, we have those books. I have the Bookshark catalog because I want to see what books they recommend, and then we can just read those ourselves without buying the entire curriculum. I have flashcards in here, and this is just like extra like pins and paper clips and chargers, and then I have our calendar items up here. So this cube shelf I have organized into basically subjects. So here, geography, history. Here is reading, writing. I have art here, math, science, and then foreign language. So we have German and then just one Chinese book for now. And then down here we have our beginning reader, Bob books, some big puzzles, and then my oldest son is really into robots. So we have his robot pieces here, and he loves building these into robots. Okay, and then we have the ABC side. We have our backyard. Sometimes we have breakfast or lunch out there as well. And then we have our circle time, morning time wall, I guess you can say. So we have the map of the world and then of the United States. And then we have a big map and then also a small map because it has German on there as well as English. So we can go through the dates and seasons and months in English and German. And then up here, I just write random stuff. I don't even know what to call that. It just randomly, I write things up there for them to remember and go over. And then I also have a few charts over here, colors in German, and then the alphabet in German, how to pronounce the words. And then, let's see, I have the mirror here, and my daughter has some like playthings here. A little beanbag if they want to sit there and read, and also reading chairs here. So over here is just like a little reading area with a read poster or canvas. And we found we went on a hike, and a geologist was leading the hike, and he identified this as Neihart quartzite, and he said it was 1.4 billion years old, this rock. So we thought that was really neat. And we went on another hike, and they got to make the molds of, this is a skunk, and I think this is a wolf print. So it's pretty cool. And then down here, the books aren't really organized in any way, except for we have Magic Schoolhouse here, and then Cat in the Hat Library here, and Berenstain Bears there. I tried to label them, but wasn't really working out for us. But I do try to keep the Magic School Bus and the Cat in the Hat Library books together. Then we have the planets and how many moons they have. I thought this was really neat to see. So we keep that up. And our blocks. We have a piano down here so my oldest can practice more often. It was upstairs in the office, but they were just making a mess, too much of a mess in the office. And since we don't have daycare anymore, I moved it down here. And in the bag, I just keep his workbooks in there. So we use the Premier piano course. And I do have a music teacher for piano because he has now exceeded my level. So I have hired someone else to teach him. And solar system chart, the places you go, canvas. And this was actually a reading. It was a poster from National, I think, Library Week or National Reading Day. When we were in Washington, D.C., they gave out these posters, and I just cut it out and put it into a picture frame. So here we have, these bins are from IKEA, the Magna Formers, I think they're called, and these are brackets. He got these for a birthday from someone, and I don't even know where they came from, but they love building different things out of them. And these are from Wendy's. their kids meals, toys. So on this shelf are more like the chapter books that we have. And then in here, we keep the Marvel Run, and we have animals and Duplo Legos. So that's this shelf. And then we have our Legos that I have attempted to organize by color. They don't always stay like that, but every few weeks I just sit down with them, and then as they are building, I just slowly organize them back into their colors. And here we have more books, and in these little bins, baby doll and dress up things, Lincoln Logs, and Barbie dolls, and then the boys' cars are here. And then in this bin we have the books from the library, magazines, and then these are chapter books that we have from the library, except for this one. Someone just gave this to us. Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. Love it. And then sometimes I sit here and read if it's only one person I'm reading to and they sit on my lap. But if it's more, then we all just go on the floor. Our living room and our dining room is there. Then we have the play kitchen here. And I've taken away a lot of stuff from here because it was getting way too messy all the time. So we just have the picnic baskets, which they like playing with the picnic stuff all the time, even the boys. This for baby dolls. I'm not sure what my daughter did with the rest of the cupcakes. And then we have the cookware set from IKEA. And the kids just wanted to keep one of the seasonings I was going to throw away. And down here, just one little pan and a tea set. And what they usually do is either just play with nothing and they pretend, or they play with Play-Doh over here, or a lot of times they play with water. And then when they help me clean, they have their items hung on the side. So that concludes the tour of our homeschool room for the 2017-2018 school year. We no longer have the home daycare, so we don't have to worry about small pieces being out. And there are more toys in here than I would usually want in a homeschool area, but all of the toys that the children have are downstairs. They don't have any toys in their room. They only have a few books. And I will give you a tour of their room at another time. And thanks for watching. If you have any comments, questions, let me know down in the comment box. Have a great day.